Today, I'm going to spend 330 legendary materials on my most overpowered march. Oh, it's William Wallace and Liu Che, you might think. Well, you will be wrong. We are going to craft 3 regular legendary gear and 1 legendary accessory for our ranged march. Yes, this is the most OP march that I have ever used, and it is because of this. I mean, okay, I get it. A 1 to 2.5 report is far from being impressive, but please wait until you see my laughable current investments on this march. First off, let's talk about the commanders. Right now, I'm using Gajah paired with Babur, and let me tell you this, it is definitely not the best range march that you can invest right now. The best one is Gajah with Gonzalo, but your boy was stupid enough to completely forget spinning the wheel for Gonzalo on day 3, so I ended up not being able to summon the only range commander with AoE damage. Normally I would just wait for the next Gonzalo wheel, but I decided not to and invested on Babur for alta fights, and there is only one reason for that. And that's of course the upcoming commander swap event. When I look at my account, there are literally no commanders that I would like to swap with another one. My all 4 investments, which are William Wallace, Liu Che, QB and Joan, I'm just extremely happy with. Maybe we could swap William Wallace for Prime CPO to have that insane health debuff, but the reports that you can get with a William Wallace Liu Che march is just absurd. And that's why I decided to invest my sculptures on Babur, since he was the only siege commander that I had summoned besides Gajah, so that I can start using a range march in our current KVK, then I can simply swap Babur for Gonzalo when the event is live. Imagine the frustration if swap event comes before the next Gonzalo wheel. My god, I hope that doesn't happen. Anyway, that's basically why I had to go for Gajah and Babur combination, but that's not the only thing. More importantly, my sculpture investment on these commanders was atrocious. In a Season of Conquest KVK, I literally played with a pairing where both commanders were only 5-5-1-1. Gajah and Babur is actually a really good pairing when they are both expertise, but especially when Babur is expertise. Because one of the major flaws of this march is its super slow rage gain, and Babur's expertise does actually help that quite a bit, but unfortunately he was only at 5-5-1-1 and I had no sculptures left, so my commander skill configuration was literally suck. And our equipment was obviously no different. I initially even planned to use the blue gathering equipment, which gives bunch of siege stats, and technically it only costs you gold because you're using animal bones to craft them, but since you get all the materials back when you dismantle an epic, I decided to craft every epic siege blueprint I had, and luckily I had it all. So this was our final equipment. Normally, using only epics in a Season of Conquest KVK is just a no-go. Imagine fielding with double 5-5-1-1 commanders with only epic gear in SOC. Let alone a 1 to 2.5 report, we wouldn't even be able to get a positive trade with a regular march, whether it's infantry, cavalry or archers. But with a range march, seems like anything is possible. And finally, the armaments. You guessed it right, they were suck as well. I mean, we had okay-ish stats, but only 1 inscription in the whole set. So considering how bad the skill levels, equipment and armaments of this march, I think 1 to 2.5 report is hella impressive. And that's why I decided to make my range march better, specifically for ruins, altars, etc. Basically where they perform the best. Now let's get into crafting. The first thing I crafted was the helm. If you have all the legendary siege equipment blueprints available, I would say leave the helm as one of your last pieces actually, but since I only had 3 blueprints for the siege set, I decided to craft whatever I had without paying attention to which ones to prioritize first. And so far our special talent record was 5 out of 7 crafts, which is stupidly good, so I kept my expectations low because obviously our luck needs to change at some point. So with no expectations, I pressed craft and of course no special talent. But it's okay because there are 2 things that will literally be insane if we could get one of them talented, and those will be the final 2 crafts. Next up, the legs. This is actually a massive upgrade over the epic legs, whether we get a special talent or not. If you compare both stats, you can see a crazy difference between the 2. So as I said, regardless if we get a special talent or not, this is going to be a massive upgrade for our range march. Again, with no expectations, and unfortunately, another piece without a special talent. Now, it's time for the most important craft, the weapon and the accessory. First, let's take a look at the weapon. A special talent on this piece would be insane just because the sheer amount of stats it gives. If you're not familiar with the whole siege set, it gives insane amount of stats, way more than all the other sets in the game. And there is probably one main reason for that, because regarding the rock, paper, scissors situation in Rise of Kingdoms, siege units gets countered by every single unit in the game. And I guess devs decided to give some extra stats to siege equipment so that it balances out this downside, but I think countering a troop type is not as this big, because The stats that you get from Seed Set is just absurd. It's like they're already special talented. And when you get a special talent on top of it, the gain is literally massive. So I really wanted to get a special talent for this specific slot. I hit craft, but unfortunately, no talent again. So far, 3 crafts, 0 special talents that put our current special talent record to 5 out of 10, which is I think still super insane, but obviously way worse compared to 5 out of 7. And finally, it's time for the accessory. A quick note here. When you are buying your first legendary accessory from the KVK shop, I think there are only 2 really good options. Of course, there are other really good accessories, but these 2 are the only ones which are superb and also very versatile. You can pretty much use it on any march you want. Now between the 2, normally I would go for the ring first before the horn, but specifically for our range march, I decided to go with the horn as I explained at the start of the video, because the rage gain on that march is very slow. So I had to go for Horn of Fury instead of Ring of Doom to be able to boost our range march. I purchased the blueprint with my season coins and head over to Blacksmith. If you guys didn't know, I never ever got a special talent on an accessory with any of my accounts. And I've been playing this game for like 4 years. So I really wanted to get a special talent this time, and considering that we couldn't get a special talent on any of our crafts today, I'm gonna be honest, I really thought that we would get it, but no. 4 crafts and 0 talents. I mean, sure, our march is now looking way better equipment wise, but still, 0 talents out of 4 is a bit depressing, but considering the fact that so far we had 5 out of 7 special talent record, that is actually insane, so I cannot complain about it. I opened up my commander page, I geared up my march, and now it was time to test it and see the massive difference. I was hyped, I was excited, until I realized that our opponents decided not to fight. I really want it on the accessory. I don't know if we are going to be able to get it, but let's see. Yes! Oh my god. My special talent record. Rest in peace. I would say with a 90% chance we are not going to get a crit, because we were just stupidly lucky. Let me take a sip from my tea. Yes! Ah, shoot. I knew it. It's an easy special talent. I don't even need to look at it. 3... Wait, this is 1. 3, 2, 1. Boom! Fuck it, bro. Oh my god. I'm not gonna look at it. Wait, I need to press on this. And it's going to ask me yes or no. Ah, please, Lilith. 3, 2, boom! I guess I pressed it. Oh my